Welcome back to the Focus Fight Finish podcast. I am your host, Tony Reyes, and wow, I am excited to be back. Last week was episode 10, and I completely forgot to talk about the 10th episode. I feel like 10's a nice whole number, and I was very excited about that, and we just blew right past it. This is episode 11. Thank you for tuning into these podcasts. I have a lot of fun doing these. I hope that you're enjoying them out there in the ether, because I know I am enjoying the hell out of recording this podcast. So thank you for tuning in. All right, so this is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode. I've got a lot of things going on. I've got some huge news, and I'm doing the most annoying thing ever when I say I have huge news that I can't talk about. I can't really talk about it yet, but something's happening later this year that I'm very excited about. It's going to affect, every facet of my life. It's going to affect this podcast. It's going to affect this YouTube channel, but all in a positive way. So these are all good things that are happening. I've got some exciting projects coming as well for Focus Fight Finish. We are finally going to be doing merch. I wanted to do merch a little bit differently for Focus Fight Finish, and so I'm letting you in. This isn't going to happen for a while, okay? I don't even have a distributor set up yet, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently. It's not just going to be like, oh, I'm just going to slap my logo on a T-shirt and be like, here you go, here's $40, just buy it. I want it to have a little bit more meaning than that, and I want it to stand for something, and so I'm actually launching a clothing company to launch my merch. And that clothing company will emphasize and will focus on obese people who want to work out. And it will have fits and sizes for obese people that want to work out. Because when I was starting, there was nothing for me to wear that felt comfortable. And so, as you can imagine, starting a clothing company is quite a big project. So it's taking some time. But I've had a lot of people ask about like shirts or hats, but that's coming. I just want you to know that I'm trying to do it a little bit differently, and I'm trying to have it have a little more meaning. Someone that I'm inspired by, I'm actually wearing his shirt right now. I've worn his shirt a few times, but my buddy Fern, he is an artist. His name's Furnace Spinoza, just 24K Fern on Instagram. This is his shirt, and it is like super premium. He's got these cool patches that like change. You can take them off and put different patches on. He's got this character. Anyway, I did a short film about him. It's coming out soon. And we just got to, we've been friends for a while, made a short film about him. And so I'm just going to pick his brain on how he launched his clothing brand and, implement some of that knowledge into how I launch mine. Like I said, I'm very excited for it. It is going to be a lot of work, but it's something that I've always wanted to do for a long time, and I just felt like, why not be able to give back to the, obese community this way? And if you're watching this channel and, you are gathering some type of motivation or inspiration from my story, and you want to start working out, but you're, 400 pounds like I was, there's not a lot of options of clothing for you to wear. And so that's what I want to do. I want to solve that issue for you. With a cool design and with a sick design. And it's all going to be about mentality and personal mantras. Obviously, Relentless is going to be a part of it. 406, my heaviest weight, is going to be a part of it. And so I've got some designs. I've worked with a designer. We've already got the first design done. And so now I'm just working out, finding a distributor and a actual like clothing samples and things like that. So figuring it out. This is a huge project. I hope to have it done by summer, but because of some other things that are happening, I think that might have to get pushed back. But I promise you, once it does launch, it will be worth it. But just know, the whole reason I'm bringing it up is I just want you to know I'm thinking about it and I'm working on it in the background. It just takes some time. Also, all the other things I have going on, the full-time job, the 2 kids, the wife, the friends, the family, there's a lot of other things that are going on besides just trying to launch a new business. So, I'm very excited about it, though. That's it. Sorry, I just had to leave the room. We had to do a whole cut here. I don't do a lot of cuts in this podcast, if you can tell. Usually it's only to hide, I don't know, some weird sound that I made with my body or like some type of interruption, which I just had. So anyway, this is what I mean. I am all over the place. It is very hard to lock down specific time to get things done. And so this clothing line is a part of that. I already have the name picked out, by the way. I'm not announcing it yet because I want to do it big, and I'm just very excited. All I'm saying is I'm working on it. Okay, that's it. And I'm sorry, I don't like to be the guy that's like, I have some really big, exciting thing to talk about, but I can't talk about it. That's so annoying. You know what I mean? That is so annoying, and I don't like doing that. So know that a clothing line is coming. It's got a lot of meaning behind it. It's very personal to me, to my journey. It is going to be a Focus Fight Finish merch line, but it's going to be more than that. It's going to be for everybody, whether you know about Focus Fight Finish or not. It will be a brand that is made for people striving to be great, and that's where we'll leave it. Okay. I'm very excited about it, though. I can't wait to get it out. Okay. So I wanted to give you a quick update on the Relentless 100. Today is day 27 of the Relentless 100, and I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling really good. I'm down 11 pounds so far, and that's very exciting, you know, especially because I don't have I think a lot of that is water weight from just like eating, you know, like a jerk before I started this. And so now I'm feeling good. I've been on my game, and yeah, like I said, 11 pounds in 27 days is very fast. So that's why I think a lot of it's water weight, and it's going to slow up because my caloric deficit isn't very big. It's a pretty small caloric deficit because I want to do this slowly. I want to take my time. I don't want to rush through this. And I want to do this healthily. Healthily? I want to do this in a healthy way. Which, you know, I think before I would just say like, oh, I just need to lose as much weight as possible right now. And I would just go do that. And that's not healthy. That's not always what you should do. It's not always what you should do. You should never do that because it's not going to be good for you in the long run. No, it might feel good to lose weight fast, but you know, talk to anybody who's gained weight back. It's because of that. It's because of that mindset, because you can't keep that up for that long. So that's why I'm very excited that I'm doing it this way. I feel good. I'm not hungry. I'm just like, I feel really good. I think the only struggle right now is the sleep. And, you know, with a newborn, she has really good nights and she has like rougher nights. And it's not even like a rough night. Honestly, she's like been a dream. It's just that there's like, anytime I get like it broken up, I have a hard time falling back to sleep. So it's like, I may like get 6 hours of sleep, but if it's broken up into like 3 chunks, it's a little tough. You know what I mean? So that's all. Honestly, nothing to complain about really. So yeah, shout out to Olive for being an awesome baby. She is letting us get quite a bit of sleep, but I think once she's in a stage where she's sleeping all through the night, I'm gonna really try to push for at least 7 hours of sleep a night, which I've never gotten before, and I'd really just love to see what my weight loss does when I get that much sleep, because I don't know. I've never gotten that much sleep. It's usually like 4 to 6, honestly. More often than not, it's 4. So I'm really excited to see what that's like eventually. You know, I probably have like another 3 or 4 months before she's actually, you know, truly sleeping through the night every night. And yeah, we'll see where we're at by then. You know, I'll be over the Relentless 100 by then, but it'll be interesting to see, because it's not like my weight loss ends at the end of this Relentless 100. I'm just doing it to put up a sharp focus on myself and on my health and on this journey as I prepare for my half marathon, which, another update, I'm a little injured right now. It wouldn't be me without being injured. Am I right? Oh, my left foot, I don't know what my left foot has against me and achieving my goals, but my left foot's like, hey man, I'm just going to screw up all your plans. I'm just going to be like a big time bummer in all your goal setting. Okay. That's what my left foot is. My left foot is truly truly holding me back. My left foot is the foot that was injured in my marathon. The left foot is what is injured right now. And you know what? I don't like it. I'm not going to chop it off, but I don't like it. Me and my left foot are fighting, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, we are fighting. We are at odds with one another, and I hope through couples counseling we can, come out the other end better people. That's all. That's all. So I am taking it easy. It's been a week now that I haven't run, and I've been doing some exercises for it. I'm hoping that it feels better. I did some walking on the treadmill today. Felt pretty good. My ankle mobility is really bad, so it's just my feet and my legs always feel like crap. So I just need to take better care of it, basically. And we'll get there. We will get there. I promise. Just needs to take some time. But tomorrow I'm going to try to do a small, short jog, do a short run, just do like a mile or two and just see how I'm feeling at the end of that. I don't want to push it. I'm going to cap it at 2 miles if I can do 2 miles, and then wait and do like an upper body workout later that day to just to keep up the fitness. But like as far as running goes, I need to get something in. I just want to see where I'm at health wise. So yeah, that's the update on the Relentless 100. The thing I wanted to talk about today, it's a doozy. Okay, strap in. Just strap on in for this story. It's a real doozy. I'm getting my identity stolen multiple times. It's nothing like serious. Like people aren't actually hacking into my bank account and doing that. I mean, they did that to my wife, which in turn did that to me because we share a bank account. But whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about people are taking my photos and using them for their dating profile on like Bumble and Tinder, and trying to catfish people into believing that they are me. What? Dude, it's creepy because people send me DMs like, hey, have I been talking to you for like the last week or so? And I'm like, no, you have not been. I am happily married. I am not on Tinder or Bumble or any dating site. So that, they send me these screenshots of what they're doing. And I'm like, oh dude, that's not me. I'm really sorry that you got, hustled or whatever, catfished, but that's not me. I'm not that guy. And it's like so when this happens to you, this has never happened to me, right? And so I didn't know how to feel about it. Initially, I was like, oh, that's very creepy. Why are people taking my pictures and like doing that? That's very creepy. And then there was the other side of me, this ego side of me that was like, well, I must be doing something right. I must, if they're trying to, your boy must be doing something right around here. You know what I mean? Right around these parts, he must be doing something right. I felt there was like a moment. There was a moment of flattery. Okay. I have no shame in telling you that. There was a moment of flattery. A level of creepy, but also a level of flattery. And I'm not going to lie about that. Creepy, but also thanks. You know what I mean? So this guy takes my name and he names himself James Tony Reyes. Hey, guy, change my name at least. If you're going to steal my pictures, come up with a cool name. Like Xavier Eldorado. I don't know. I mean, you got so much to work with. You could be anything, and you just add James to the front of my name? James Tony Reyes? That's it? That's all? That's the best you could come up with? You're stealing my pictures, and you call yourself James Tony Reyes. Hey, guy, my name's Tony Reyes, okay? Do better, right? Be more creative with your catfishing. That's all I'm saying. He says, this person got reached out to. I matched with some other male. They used this guy, James, used my picture from Ice Age Meals, where I'm like holding the box. Shout out to Ice Age Meals, sponsor of this podcast. Use code FOCUS. So they're like, "Hi, how about you? Where are you located? I'm in Seattle. What's your?" And that's just so creepy, right? Because this person's giving their location out to someone that they don't know. They think is this friendly face here, but it's not. It's James, anonymous. That's creepy. James asks, "What's your occupation?" This dude says, "I'm a library assistant and business owner. What about you?" James says that I am a sports physician and also a chef. Why not? I'm a sports physician and also Gordon Ramsay. Hey, man, make it more believable, right? I'm a sports physician. When I'm not on the field, I'm in the kitchen. No, you're not. James, come on. What are you looking for on here? I apparently say. I'm here looking for a BF and a new. I'm here looking for a boyfriend, and I knew someone, and I need someone serious. I need a serious boyfriend. That's what I need in my life. I'm also looking for that, and that's actually really interesting. Can I say that I love your tats? Now, this is where I was creeped out, right? And then, oops, flattery's leveling up. Flattery's just taking the lead. Creep, flattered. Because this guy who thinks it's me says can I say I love your tats? Hey, man, let me tell you something. You know what I mean? Like, I have a wife, but also, thank you. But also, thanks. Because I love my tats. I love them. And the fact that someone else who's trying to hook up with me on a virtual platform says they love my tats, thanks. I love that. My guy, to my other dude out there who's trying to get with me, I love you, brother. You know what I'm saying. And then I say, yeah, you can say that you love my tats. Thank you. So will you be my boo? Which, to be fair, might be something I would say. Would you be my boo? Hey, what up, boo? Wow. This conversation is just really great. And then the creepy thing is this guy sends him a phone number to text, which is obviously where the scam part of this comes in. And he's trying to rip this dude off, which I'm not a fan of. James Anonymous. But yeah, sports physician. That was all good. Sports physician, chef with a great set of tats. The only thing that's real are the tats, baby. So shout out to that guy out there. And if you see my picture on a dating profile, please let me know. Because it's happened twice now in the last month. And that's something that 406-pound Tony never thought would happen. So it's blowing my mind. Let me know. Because we need to report that account and get them taken down. Because your boy is very happy. Okay. That was good. Good times. Good times. And now, you know what time it is? It's time to pay some bills. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Ice Age Meals. This is a very exciting time. I talked about it on the last podcast, but the month is not over. For the month of February, Ice Age Meals is giving people who are ordering for the first time 25% off. Okay? Let me just break it down to you how I would do this. If I was you and you had never ordered Ice Age Meals before, this is your first order, you want that 25% off to go a long way. Right? So here's how I use my Ice Age Meals. I still meal prep every single week. But when that meal prep gets old, when I run out of it, when I just don't feel like it, I'll run down, grab myself an Ice Age meal, and boom, I've got some variety in my diet from food that I can absolutely trust. It's all organic. And and I trust that. I trust that company. You know, I've literally been in the factory. I've been in their kitchens. I've made the food. I see where it all comes from. I've met the chefs there, the actual chefs, not the sports physicians chefs. You know what I mean? The actual Ice Age meal chefs. I've met them. I see what they're about, and they're a dope freaking company. Okay, and that's why I back them. That's why I have no problem talking about them on here. So what I would do is make this order a big order, still meal prep, still eat most of your meals from home, but on those days where you're tired or you don't feel like it or you forgot your food or whatever, boom, Ice Age meal, grab it out of the freezer, throw it in the microwave, you're done. You got a healthy, nutritious meal, which is perfectly portioned. It's awesome. And then you save 25% on a big meal. That's pretty good because that means that your order will stretch out even further. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you how to hack the system, but I am telling you how to hack the system. Okay. So for first time orders, use code FOCUS25 at checkout. And if this is not your first order, you can still use my code at FOCUS, and that will save you a discount at checkout as well. It's not the full 25, but it's still pretty darn good. Okay. Thank you, Ice Age Meals. I appreciate you. I'm not kidding, dude. Those Ice Age meals, man, they come in clutch. I literally ate one today. Delicious. Okay. Moving on to the question portion of this podcast. This is from Kristen Cesarek. Kristen, messing it up. Kristen Zarek. I think that sounds better. Kristen Zarek. I think that's what it is. Nobody cares, live your truth. She's part of the familia. Such truth in those words. I struggle with showing emotion, probably because I'm a Gen X, LOL. We didn't grow up and hug each other or kiss or even say I love you. It was very hard and uncomfortable to be open with my children. I am still reserved, and I believe suppressing my emotions make my weight loss journey have more uphills than necessary. Kristen, yes. The secret to a weight loss journey, I feel, is compassion. You have to be able to have compassion for yourself if you're going to help get yourself out of that bed every single day, if you're going to help get yourself through those workouts, get yourself through that meal prep, get yourself through cutting out all the excuses of your life. That starts with compassion for yourself. And the only way that you can have compassion for yourself is if you embrace those emotions. And it really does help sharing those emotions, sharing those things that you're going through, and letting your weakness turn into your biggest power. Because, like, I'm telling you, as soon as you put those weaknesses out there, a weight is lifted off of you. Literally, a weight is lifted off of you, which will help you lose actual weight. Okay? So I know you might not have been raised with it, but you got to be able to change and evolve and adapt. You're a human being. You can change. You can evolve. So evolve into that. Let those feelings out, and I promise you it will help you in the long run, especially with your weight loss. This question is from Clive Jones. Be better. Familia. Hi, Tony. Amazing advice per usual. I don't go to the gym anymore due to the people who work out there are so pretentious. I now work out at home in my little garage over here in the UK. The weather is so cold to work out outside. Any ideas for working out in the cold, wet weather? I live in Southern California. Arguably the greatest climate that a human could live in. I mean, I don't know any place with better weather than Southern California. And that's not just because I live here. It's just freaking awesome. And so I have a hard time with this question. What I will say is when it's cold here, because I'm so used to the warm weather, when it is cold here, I've been working out in a sweatsuit, which helps keep me warm, helps warm my body up right away, and helps me get a killer sweat on in the garage, even when it's cold in there, which, I mean, like, I feel stupid for even saying that, but it's like my cold is like 50 degrees, you know? I'm sure it gets much colder there in the UK, but I would get some type of sweatsuit. I'm sure you can get them on Amazon. This company that sent me mine, I've tagged them on Instagram. I don't really know much about the company, which is why I don't like promote them very much, but they did send me their attire, so I had to like be respectful and like tag them in my post and, you know, talk about them a little bit. But I don't like ride or die for companies that I don't know that much about. I only ride or die for 3 companies: BPN, Ice Age Meals, and Wild Chips. Those are those 3 are it. So I'm just saying this company, it's called the Hot Sweatsuit. If you go to my Instagram, you can see pictures and things that I've posted, because they sent me this and I wanted to test it out. I do enjoy it. I do like it. It's a little snug on your boy, because it's a little snug on your boy, but it gets the job done. So maybe something like that would help. I went on a weird company, people that I trust tangent there, but Clive, I hope that answers your question. Maybe try a sweatsuit. This question is from Aries Shrinks. Aries, again, I apologize for mispronouncing your name. 4 months. 4 months I've been mispronouncing your name. Aries. She had a lot of nice things to say here. Basically in agreement with me about filming people at the gym. I got a lot of good feedback from that last episode, so thank you. I appreciate that to everyone who reached out, who agrees with me. Don't film people at the gym. And that's very obvious. Aries asks, now, unrelated question. What camera do you use to film these podcasts, and how do you get it to stay on and filming so long? My camera or battery typically lasts about 30 minutes before it overheats and shuts down and needs to cool down. So I want to talk about this briefly because it's something that I'm very passionate about, but I never really talk about, especially on this channel, because this is all kind of about weight loss and stuff. But I get questions about gear fairly frequently, so I'll talk about it. I've got one light here up right here. Well, I'll start with the question that you asked, I guess. The camera that I'm filming myself with is the Sony FX6. That is 100% overkill for anything that you need. But this is the camera that I shoot documentaries with. I already have it here in my office, so it's already set up, ready to go. I might as well use it. And it's all digital, so it's not doing any harm using it all the time. So I use it. The battery life on this is really great, and it doesn't have any time limits for a record time limit like most cameras do. I would recommend like the Sony A7 IV. That does not have a record limit. It is a little pricey, but the other thing is, honestly, if like I have to cut sometimes in this podcast, and so like if you even did like a cheaper Sony or a cheaper Canon, usually the time limits are like 29 minutes. Record for 25, set yourself a little timer and just hit record and hit record again. The other thing about the overheating, some cameras do overheat, so you might have to get a new camera for that. But as far as battery life goes, every camera manufacturer makes what's called a false battery. And so you can plug in a false battery into any of your cameras. It has to be a false battery, obviously, for that camera. But you plug it in, and then that goes into an outlet, and then you're not running off battery. You just got unlimited juice, so you're good to go. So find yourself a false battery. For my setup here, it's Sony FX6. I'm talking into the Rode Podcast Mic Pro or something like that. The Rode Pod Mic. I don't even know what this is called. It's a Rode Pod Mic. I've just got a standard mic stand here, a little cheap light. I have expensive lights that I used to film with, but those are actually like could do bad. Like they have a lifespan, and so I don't want to just be like wasting that lifespan on myself for this podcast. So I do have this like this little cheap light here. I mean, it's it's not bad. It's by Aperture. It's one of their really old panel lights. Wow. That got really bright. But I basically just kind of set it right here. Wow, that's precarious. I just kind of set it here in front of me off to the side a little bit, and that gets the job done, honestly. And that's it. I mean, the rest of this is just my office. Like these lights back here, those are always on. Those are always on when I'm in here because I like working in a place with some ambiance. I like working with a place that has like a feel and a vibe to it, and I can get more creative work done that way. When it's not a creative vibe, I don't feel creative. And that may be dumb, but it just seems to be what works for me. All right, last question. This is from Amanda Vancour. Amanda has an amazing weight loss journey of her own. It's incredible. Amanda, this is about last week's video, how I was saying like, don't film people, it's not cool or whatever. And she says, or Maybe they have a disability or an injury. Imagine making fun of someone for using gym equipment incorrectly because they have a CP or had a stroke or something like that. I didn't even think about that, but yes, that's a whole other thing. Like, dude, of course, don't talk about oh, it drives me nuts. I have had a lot of positive feedback on that. I've had also some other conversations on Instagram, which were very surprising, that we're not in agreement, that think it is what it is. Like, it's whatever. It's funny, or it's like, fine. Thankfully, those people are strangers online. Maybe they're James Anonymous. But I don't agree with those people. And yes, I never even thought of it that way. Don't film people at the gym. It's so flippin' obvious. I don't even know what else to say about it because I yelled and yammered about it for an hour last week, and I'm doing it again now. But Amanda, I completely agree with you. That was a great point of view I didn't even think of. And yeah, imagine making fun of someone with a disability who has to use the equipment in a different way than you. Bro, you bad person. Okay, listen, I told you this episode was going to be a little bit shorter. I got a lot of things going on right now, and I'm doing my best. I did my best. That's an old Dane Cook joke. I don't know if Dane Cook is relevant anymore at all, but I used to love him. I used to be obsessed with Dane Cook back in the day. Wow, that light got really bright, or it's like outside or something. Lighting has changed. It's all about lighting. All right, as you know, at the end of the podcast, we do a familiar phrase. It's for the people, only my true homies, my familiar members. Only for the people that stick to the very end do you get to know this phrase. And this phrase this week is... I completely spaced. I had an idea of what it is. By the way, I don't plan these out, right? Like, how could I? I just say something from pulling from an episode, from like what we just talked about, and I just pull from it. And now I've completely blanked. Oh my gosh. Don't steal my identity. How about that? How about don't steal my identity? Okay? That's a little long. Let's just go with my identity. Okay? Oh, wow. This is the worst familiar phrase I've ever done. And I have no problem roasting myself. This is a really bad familiar phrase, and I apologize. But that's what we're going to stick with, okay? I already said it. My identity. Like I said, I don't plan these things out. This whole podcast is always off the top of my head. I do jot some notes down. The notes for this week were people stealing my identity, Relentless 100 update, Ice Age meals, Q&A, familiar phrase. That's it. That's all I have to go off of. And so, my bad. Next week will be better. And thank you for watching. Don't forget about that Ice Age Meals code, 25% off for your first time order. Focus25 is the code. Check it out. I cannot recommend those meals enough. They're delicious. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you next week. Peace.